Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that is um, going to sound like a broken record, but it is essential to talk about it because it's extremely frustrating. I'm going to talk about consistency. How many times have you heard on social media, among networking events with other business entrepreneurs, that um, consistency is so important when you're running your business? Consistency in reaching out to your potential leads, consistency in posting on social media, consistency in talking about your business, right? Today, we're going to talk about why consistency is not enough if you want to have a thriving business. All right. Consistency is the backbone. You need to have consistency to do all the necessary things in your business. Having said that, if you are paying attention or dedicating your energy, your time, and your attention to being consistent, let's make sure that you are getting close to the target that you're trying to hit. Okay. The mistake that I see a lot of business owners make, and in my field, since my niche is in the events field, I see a lot of event planners, decorators, and designers make when they think that they're being consistent, but how come the business is not coming, is they are not leveraging what they're doing consistently. Let me give you an example. Okay. I'm going to use myself as an example so that you can relate. I'm an event planner, I'm an event strategist, right? I'm also a business coach for event planners, designers, and decorators to teach them how to build a thriving events business. So when I'm going to put air quote, okay, consistently posting on social media, my goal is to reach out to more people, correct? To have more brand awareness, to have more people know my existence. So I post on social media, I talk about my business, correct? Now, I can consistently post on social media, all right? I post consistently 4 times a week, okay? On TikTok, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and Facebook. Okay. So we're talking about plentiful of platforms. And the goal is to have an outreach to as many people as possible to build brand awareness. So you would think that because I'm posting consistently, I should have a steady growth in the number of followers, correct? The number of people who know about my business. No, because the social media game is less than, if you're lucky, less than 3% will see your post. But if you're just like regular people, okay, less than 1% will see your post. So I can be posting consistently, but my growth is not in tandem with my with with the consistency of my post. So they are not growing uh, together. Okay, the consistency of my posting plus the consistency of the percentage of the growth in outreach and or in growing of followers. Why? I'm doing the right things. I'm doing the posting. I'm doing consistent outreach. So why isn't my business growing, or why isn't my followers growing? I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Okay. And this is when after 3 months, 6 months, you get discouraged. Like, why am I doing this when you don't see the results? Correct? I am going to have to caution you not to stop whatever you're doing, because you are definitely getting 50% right, which is staying consistent. All right. Now, the other 50%, what I said from the very beginning of this today's session, is you need to make sure that your consistency is put into the best use, create the biggest impact. And that means whatever you're doing consistently has to be analyzed and tweaked and modified so that the consistency, the action of being consistent will yield a better result because of what you're doing consistently has changed. The habit of consistency has not changed, but the actual action taken will need to change if you do not see the results that you want to see. So the discipline, okay, the mindset, the willingness to consistently carrying out actions will remain the same. That cannot change. The only thing you are going to change is what actions you are going to take. So I'm going to repeat. Do not change your consistency. You are still going to be consistently taking actions, but you are going to change what actions you are taking, executing in order to yield a better results. So in my case, I have to start studying what type of post gets the most engagement, what type of posts have more people respond, okay? Respond in terms of sending me a DM or commenting or giving the like, okay? Giving the like, giving the love or sharing. I have to look at the content of that post to determine which one is performing the best, which one is performing the worst, okay? So in this case, I notice, let's say ABC post or post that talks about event-related topics, like how to do an event budget or how to negotiate with venues, vendors. This type of skills, okay, events-related skills have a lot of engagement to that, okay? So that means I want to be able to create more content about that, all right? And I also realized that posts that talk about mindset, interestingly, posts that talk about mindset has the least engagement. That means the audience that I'm attracting are still not focusing or understanding how important mindset is. They're focusing on the know-how, like what should I do and how to do it. They have not yet connect the fact that after you learn the what and the how, the thing that is going to help you be consistent to execute the what and the how is the mindset. So in order for me to retain the attention of this group of followers for my coaching business, I have to consistently, let's say if I post 4 times a week, okay, that means for it 12, 16, oh, you see my husband in the background. Say hi. So 16 posts a month. That means I need to make sure that 75% of those posts are the what to and how to, and then add in 25% of mindset. I will not completely ignore the important part, which is the mindset part, but I will focus more on what is going to attract more audience and retain the attention of this audience, okay? So 2 points, what will attract more audience and what will retain the attention of this audience. So I need to tweak. So you see, I still consistently post 16 times a month, but I am changing the content of my posts. Same thing for sales outreach. If I want to grow my my events business, okay, M2 Hospitality, not the coaching business, my events business, I am not going to be posting content about the how to and what to, because there is a completely different set of audience. I am not going to be attending a lot of industry related events because my potential clients are not there. I will have, I will still consistently show up and network, right? I will still attend networking events consistently, but I have to change the type of networking events that I am attending in order to find my business, my potential clients for my event planning company, correct? So in this case, I'm still continuing to consistently show up in networking, but I have to tweak, okay, the type of networking I am attending. So now you see 2 examples, both my businesses, all right? How am I still showing up consistently in doing what is necessary to grow the business, attending networking events, and also posting on social media, both for brand outreach right? And also to attract more audience, potential clients, to follow me, to see what I do, and then to get to know me better, and then eventually will want to work with me. I still consistently do the outreach, but the only thing that I'm changing is the type of activity that I need to do while I consistently show up. Okay? So today's session is a little short, but you get the message loud and clear. What about consistency? What is the difference being showing up consistently and showing up consistently doing what you need to do at that stage of your business? All right. So we need to complete that sentence. It's not just showing up consistently. So if you have enjoyed, every time I say this at the end of each session, if you have enjoyed my content, make sure you give me a rating, give me a review, and also share with other business owners in the events field or business entrepreneurs in general, as my topic is quite broad when it comes to talking about business. Share with them, and hopefully it will be able to give them some insight or little light bulb goes off why I'm doing something consistently and why am I not seeing a result. Okay, if you want to learn more and you have enjoyed what I've shared with you and it resonates with you, make sure you go to the show notes and follow me on all my social media platforms and subscribe to my YouTube, subscribe to my podcast, and follow me on my social media portals. I look forward to speaking with you again next week.